I had a teacher who demanded perfect English, and she was brilliant. She was completely wrong, though. This is the story of how chasing perfection nearly cost me everything and what it taught me about real fluency. My name is George Alex, and I've been teaching English since 1989. Over 35 years, thousands of adults, one result fluency. The early 1980s, behind the Iron Curtain. I started at an English language school in my hometown. I didn't know a single word of English, but I was dreaming of learning it. My new teacher walked in. Russian lady, about 1 meter 50, tall, skinny, with big glasses, with thick lenses, and this suspicious, scrutinizing look behind them. She often smiled, but it always seemed a little sarcastic, like she was waiting for you to make a mistake to catch you. And her English was absolutely perfect. In every possible way. She demanded perfect grammar, perfect sentence structures, perfect British pronunciation. I can still hear her voice through the big tape recorders we used for pronunciation drills. No, 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 not like that, boy. Say it again. Stop teasing me, Tony. Tony, you must say it perfectly. Repeat until you get it perfect. And we did repeat until we were blue in the face. We called her comrade. That's how we were supposed to address her, though she seemed more like an undercover KGB agent. 5 or 6 English lessons a day. 100 new words every day. No mistakes allowed. The first several months, I cried almost every day. It was a military boot camp, and she was the grumpiest lieutenant I had ever seen. Sorry, she used to say, Lieutenant. But here's the thing. I did learn through blood, sweat, and tears. By my second year, after the KGB lieutenant was gone, I was one of the best in class. I loved studying English. I was getting really close to perfection, or so it seemed. Then came the real test. After second year, I was on the beach with my mother. She noticed a guy on a sound lounger right next to us, Irish, red as a crab, boiling in the sun, and she said, Go and warn him. Tell him he'll have serious problems later. My mother was a doctor. It took me almost half an hour to construct the perfect sentences in my head. I rehearsed them again and again until I finally summoned the courage. I went over, I told him, he understood me. Boy, I felt proud. What an accomplishment! A native speaker understood me. But then it dawned on me. My perfect English wasn't so perfect after all, because I couldn't use it when I needed it. What was the use of all that grammar if it took me half an hour to say 2 sentences? Years later, I went to Sweden for an international course. In my lab classes, I always worked with Rose Jane, a British course mate, and Derek, an American course mate from the States. Every day, real conversations. No problems at all. I thought I was perfect. But on the very last day, when we were saying our goodbyes, yes, sir, yes, sorry, my cat is here. I said something, I don't even remember what it was. It seemed so normal to me. And Rose Jane started laughing her head off. Why are you laughing? Have I said anything funny? I asked. Not really. You speak English so perfectly that it's almost ridiculous. Nobody speaks like you, she answered, still giggling and holding her belly. I was devastated and angry. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Because it was really funny to listen to your elaborately selected words and your perfect grammar. You sound more polished than Shakespeare, like Jane Austen or Dickens. And that was it. That was the moment I understood. Nobody's waiting for your Shakespeare. Your clients aren't grading your grammar. Your colleagues don't want a Dickens novel. They want your idea. They want your answer. They want you. Forget about textbook perfect. Be practical, because if it takes you ages to construct the perfect sentence, nobody's going to wait. The engineers I work with know their field inside out. The gap isn't knowledge, it's not intelligence, it's activation. Getting what's already in their head out of their mouth clearly, confidently, fast. That's exactly what I help with. That's what Alex Academy is for. Tell me, have you ever prepared a perfect sentence in your head and then the moment passed? I want to hear your story. And grab my free ebook, 7 Lessons to help you speak English fluently. Link in the description, or visit www.alexacademy.net. Full Fluency playlist in the description. Watch all 7 lessons and more.